I get to start this video again because I had a phone call on the first try. Now, so the first try was a little bit dodgy anyway, so this is going to work out better. I'm going to take some time to explain why my channel exists, like what I'm going for, because I recognize there are many disparate topics that I talk about, and including throwing in the t-shirts at the end, like what's this guy all about? I have a difficulty relaxing. I'm constantly with idle hands and you could say a fractured focus. You could say I've got many different interests. I like many different interests. I like to say it that way. I do the cartooning that you see that are on the t-shirts, and I like the character, and I'm having a lot of fun drawing him over and over again. But I'll go through phases. I did beavers for a number of years, cartoon beavers for a number of years. I did cartoon octopuses. I've been known for the Kickstarters that I've done with octopuses. Octopuses is the proper plural. And now I'm doing Earl because he's fun to draw too. So I have one foot in cartooning. I like doing the videos. I like posting them. I like to hear comments from people. I talk a little bit of politics, though I really try to run the middle of the road, giving both sides equal attention, and then deciding for myself. I feel like I represent fairly well the independent voter, I hope, anyways. The independent voter who probably for a number of years was jaded, if you're paying attention at all, about how the two sides really were the same party, just with different coloring. And to some extent that still is the case, but a little less so, I feel like, these days. And I like cryptocurrencies, right? I talk about cryptocurrencies all the time because I really dig economics. So boy, that's a whole wide, we'll go back to the word mosaic, of different varied interests. And do they all meld together? Well, they meld together as just knowing me, right? Which is, that's good or bad, right? You might find it. I've been told that I have a polarizing personality. Some people find me disarming and friendly. Other people find me off-putting and arrogant. Like I actually don't know. I think it depends on your background and your experience. I think that I'm the same person to each of those people. They're just seeing me through their own lenses, and then for some people that comes off as off-putting. And I've gotten to where I'm okay with not trying to make everybody happy. But I think that's just therein lies some real frustration, right? Because you're not gonna. There's some people I know, even people I see on a daily basis, who I just know we're never really going to get along. Their view of the world and my view of the world, it's just too opposite. And I'm pretty set in my ways, and they're set in their ways. And to say either one of us is right, who knows? Anyways, so why do I do the YouTube channel then? Well, firstly, it's kind of an outreach to anybody who's like me, who has that personality where they feel like they've got to do something all the time. They've always got a side hustle going, or 2 side hustles, or 3 side hustles. That's kind of what this is. This is yet another side hustle that I have. I mean, I've done Kickstarters before, and they've paid out pretty well. I was able to get some surgery for a dog when I needed it, but I'm not a consistent Kickstarter kind of person because I keep juggling or jumping from this idea to that idea. So it's hard for me to sometimes focus long enough for a long-term idea. The t-shirts is another one that's kind of an easy load. I like to draw during lunch. It's not so hard to upload them to Threadless. Threadless has not been any kind of major money maker for me, but it is fun to see the designs on a t-shirt. Just even that much still tickles me. On the YouTube videos, look, I'm 70 into it. I've got 13 subscribers. Not a huge number, but doesn't matter to me. Again, that's still very, very early. Most channels that have got 100,000 subscribers or anything crazy like that, they've been around for years, and I've got years to go before I catch up to that timeline. And who knows which videos are going to be the one that makes people all kind of slip and notice. But my general thesis is, for YouTube and for the other things, so long as I stay genuine to myself, like sincere, it's gonna find an audience, and that I believe that with the advent of the internet and the further adoption of video platforms, the breaking down of the social networks that are farming people into this thing and that thing, I think Facebook is going to eventually go the way of MySpace, and there's going to be something else that takes its place, because I feel like they're artificially segregating people. And I think the average person does not want segregation like that. I think the average person wants a wide variety, or they are like me. They've got multitude of interests, and they can't be just pigeonholed into, well, he listens to country music, therefore he's going to vote Republican, therefore he's going to be socially conservative, and then they box you into this small little knit on Facebook into that little tiny group. And I think that people are much more complex than that. And I feel like Facebook is gonna burn itself out, and something else is gonna come up that allows for a mosaic of personalities. And because of that, people are gonna seek out people who are sincere, or who they read as genuine, which is where I feel like I land. I feel like I'm not a person who tries to put on airs. Even wearing a button-up shirt for me feels at times wrong, because it's not my majority personality. I've been trying to class up a little bit at work, but I don't know that's going to stick. It probably won't. I do this every couple of months where all of a sudden I feel like I should class it up, and then after about 2 weeks I'm like, I'm not ironing shirts every Sunday. Let me just put my t-shirt on. I don't have to. I'm in a software business. No one's looking for me to dress up. I don't pay attention to fashion magazines. I don't pay attention to Hollywood celebrities, that kind of thing. I feel like I'm drawn to, and this is not in my entire life, but certainly in the past, I don't know, 10 years or so, much less concerned about how the majority is thinking, and much more concerned about understanding how I think, which at times is conflicted. I mean, let's be honest, I don't really feel like I know everything about myself that I want to know. That would take a vision quest. I would have to go off, do ayahuasca or something like that to really kind of fully understand myself, and even then I'd probably forget it as soon as I get back from the trip. But maybe someday in the future. Until then, I'll continue to speak out loud and have a channel like this and try to organize my thoughts and share them with you. And maybe maybe something that I've said will click with you, either in this video or some other video, where you'll be like, yeah, I kind of want to understand myself in a genuine way. And I kind of want to listen to more people who are trying to be genuine, so that I could also learn ways to become more genuine myself. And if you surround yourself with people who are sincere and genuine, that should only help you reinforce in you that feeling like I want to be that way as well. And then we'll have a much bigger, a much nicer world where people are just genuinely themselves, and I also contend that'll make us all more pleasant to each other. So that's the reason for the channel. I hope you like this video. I hope you liked the video. Again, I am going to be working tomorrow. Is my day off for a celebration of sorts, and I'm going to be working on that video. I did collect some things last night that should help it get done. My hope is I can get something amassed inside of a day that's worthy of people paying attention to. All right, like and subscribe and share if you care. Cheers. Whether you're calm, shy, or dapper, Earl's got you covered. Why don't you let yourself get covered in Earl? Visit our Threadless store at the link below.